This is New York Nightly News with Chuck Scarborough. Live from Studio 3C in Rockefeller Center.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome. Chuck is off tonight. I'm Roseanne Colletti. And later we talk with a fourth-generation psychic about her new book. So stay tuned. Well, if you're a time travel junkie, there's a new book out that you may want to pick up. It's called A Hostage in Time. It's right here. There's a picture of it. And it's about a photographer on a routine assignment at a historical home when she's whisked back to the year 1884. And joining us now is fourth-generation psychic medium and the author of that book, Linda Lauren. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
You say a fourth-generation psychic. How did you know when you had special powers?
I was like 5 years old, 3, 4, 5, around that time period. I used to see colors, bubbles coming out of mouths when people spoke. Colors have always spoken to me. So I translated it to mean something. It all had a feeling.
Well, now you say you're also a travel psychic, and
Yes.
you use colors in that. How does that help you plan a good vacation?
Well, I'll go by the feeling of the color of the day, the energy of the person, the travel date, the color that I feel comes up, that whether it's positive or negative, you know, it has to be discerned later, but it's usually positive, and it's beneficial.
Now tell me about your book. How did you go from psychic medium to author?
Well, I've always written. I used to always do short stories, novels. I did a lot of writing in the past. I did a lot of freelance work. But I always loved time travel, and I'm a big Jack Finney fan. And so I started to write, and I love historic preservation. So I felt, what better way than to preserve what we have in our history, than to perhaps write a time travel. And I love romance. Who doesn't?
A good beach reading for sure.
Absolutely.
Why 1884?
It's a past life. For me,
I was going to ask you, have you been there?
Life. I feel connected, but only wealthy. I have to be wealthy in 1884 because I had to have plumbing.
Well, a dollar will go a lot further in 1884 than it does today, certainly. Now, tell us how you did your research for that.
Oh, pre-internet started this whole thing, but I just would go to Thomas Edison's house because I'm originally from West Orange.
And the book is set in Edison's house.
In Edison's house, and I would go to historical homes, Israel Crane House, all different houses, and I got a very clear feeling as to the time, but I felt it. I mean, I felt objects.
Were you influenced in any way by the novel turned into a film, The Time Traveler's Wife?
No. Bid Time Return, really, which was Somewhere in Time, the movie. That is what was really reflective for me. So I felt like that connection.
Now, I am not psychic, so does your heroine have a happy ending or a sad ending?
She works, she does have, you'll have to tune in. You have to read the book. You have to read the book, but there is a spiritual medium in the book as well.
Right. Thank you so much. We are also hostages of time, so we'll have to say goodbye now, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that'll do it for all of us here. Sheba will see you at 11 on News 4 New York. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night and a great weekend. I'm Roseanne Colletti.